Good morning. Today we're going to join the crew of the Ashippun turn. Yesterday they brought out a bunch of cars to the little town of Ashippun on the Gopher Canyon Line. And today they're going to pick up some of the cars that are ready to leave and head back to the main yard at Gopherville. The locomotive you're looking at is one that the Gopher Canyon Line recently purchased. It's a little unusual in that it is actually battery operated. It's called the GG20, and I call it the Prius of locomotives. Before we get started, let's look at a couple of the industries here in Ashippun. Okay, right at the end of one of the spurs at Ashippun is Pig & Cup Furniture. It's an old style furniture factory. Right next to Pig & Cup Furniture we have Al's Scrap. And usually he just leaves a bunch of pallets and some old machinery lying around, some old track. But he is right now got a couple of old marine vehicles, the way it looks. I forget what they are, but they've served their useful life, and he's going to cut them up for scrap. And here we have a typical freight depot. In fact, the generic sign says Boxcar Freight Company, and it's just a freight depot in a little town made up of an old boxcar. One of the more active industries in Ashippun is Ashippun Lumber and Fuel. It's been here quite a while. Most of the time they get tank cars in here, but they occasionally still get a coal hopper full. Just local trucks come in, empty the hopper, and this hopper looks empty, so it's probably ready to be pulled. And another one of the industries that served quite often is Noah's Equipment, and it's a local John Deere dealership. Got a few products out here and a few boxcars that have some equipment coming in. Occasionally we get a bigger piece of equipment like a combine on a flat car. Okay. The first thing that the crew is going to do is back their caboose up to a sort of trailing section of track and park it there, because their job is to get 5 of these cars that you see and pick them up from the industries and take them out of town. Yeah, this is not a normal diesel horn, but the crew loves it, and the people of Ashippun don't mind because it's not noisy, not nearly as noisy as a normal diesel horn. And the first thing the crew is going to do is back into these 2 boxcars in front of Noah. Front of Noah Equipment, and next they're going to pull them out and shove them up against the caboose. Okay, this maneuver is a little bit more complicated in that he has to come up, back up, and come up this track just in front of us. And then he's going to have to back down to get that hopper out of Ashippun Lumber and Fuel. First, then he's just going to shove it back onto the train that he's building. Well, the next car on the switch list to be picked up is Susway number 51, and it's behind number 11. Now, number 11 has to stay, so, but the engineer of this little particular exercise is pretty smart. Let's see how he figures out how to get the rear car out and leave the front car where it should be. It looks like he's coupled onto the front car and is going to pull both of them out. Okay, our conductor has disconnected the second car. Oh, look, here he's coming back. Looks like he's going to run around the second car with the first one. And it looks like it's going to go back where it belongs. Number 51, couple onto it, and he can just keep shoving and put it on the car train that he's making. Al, the owner of Al's Scrap, has decided that really these two marine vehicles that he thought he was going to be able to scrap, he just doesn't have the facilities at this point to do it, so he's going to be sending them back and we'll deliver them somewhere else. All right, here comes 1515 back, and he is going to have to just couple onto the DNRG boxcar that's in front of the flat car and pull them both out. Okay, it looks like he's just going to spot the flat car, and he's going to put the DNRG boxcar back where it was. Let's see what he's going to do. Aha! To get that flat car and to position it where he needs to get it. Ah, I see what I think I see what he's going to do. Going to bring 1515 down, just on the spur on the other side of the freight depot, and he's going to stop just before he connects to that Susway boxcar that has to remain there. He's going to back up like he's just shoved it onto the spur that is now empty alongside of no equipment, and is going to come forward. And is going to go ahead and head back toward the main line and shove that car onto the train that we've been building. Alright, we have the full train assembled, and looks like we're coming down the main line. Well, the main line is actually a branch line that serves just Ashippun. But in a few minutes we're going to join the Gopher Canyon main. Here the turn is just entering the lower end of Gopher Canyon. Nice view, isn't it? And we continue the climb. It's quite a long trip. And here we are just coming out of the canyon and passing under the Tunkhannock Viaduct that carries the main line. Further up the hill, looks like we're going to join the main line. And from here, it's a straight shot to the Gopherville yard. Hope you had a good time, and I think the crew did a great job.